Hola, hola. It's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Okay, my love, what is good? My voice is a little bit hoarse. I don't know what's happened, but I've been talking clearly too much in 2024. I wanted to share a little snippet from an incredible workshop that I just ran live. It was called How to Demand More in 2024. Now, obviously, I can't share the whole workshop. If you do want to watch the on-demand version of this workshop, you can head to the link in the show notes and you can see the link, or you can go to my Instagram at the Queen of Confidence and send me the word 2024. Everything should be in there. You'll be able to rewatch this and get the free workbook. It was so fire. But I wanted to share some snippets because the reality is many of us are ridiculous with goal setting. We either don't set goals and we're not intentional and we just see what happens and have no guidance, no GPS for the year, or we set 17 goals. And I'm like, yo, you're not going to hit 17 goals, baby. So I want to make sure and support you in knowing that there is a way to goal set. There are certain things that you need to do if you're serious about actually demanding more from the year ahead. And so I wanted to give you some of the snippets, some of the takeaways from this workshop. And again, if you want to watch the whole thing, which I highly recommend, you can just head to the link in the show notes, go to my website, or go to my Instagram at the Queen of Confidence. All right, let's do the damn thing. So welcome. This is why we're here. The reality is 92% of people are not going to hit their goals. And if I'm honest, it's probably 95% of people, not only do they not hit their goals, but they're not living the life they want to live. And I want you to just think about your life right now. This is for you. This workshop is about you, not about your kids or your partner or your business, anybody else. It's about you, right? Take this time for you. I want you to think about your life. Do you have the money that you want to be having, the body that you want to have, the health, the relationships, the career or business? Is it at the level that you want it? And think about how long you've struggled to not get it to the level that you want to get it. Just have a think about it. Because the reality is most people won't hit their goals. Most of us dream very big, take very little action, and or have distractions and or overaction. We do too many things and then we burn out. Who's in can't burn out? Just give me a wave in the camera. I'm a wave because that's where I go. I just be doing too much, right? Who is in? I'm overwhelmed as fuck. I ain't doing shit. Just give me a wave if you're like analysis paralysis over here. I'm just freezing, right? And so there's a few different ways that we do this. It's so hard. And so one of the things that I want you to know is, how are you going to be the 8%? Thank you, Plight. How are you going to be the 8%? Because you can be the 8%. There are people right now killing it, doing amazing shit, and they're not really talking. They're not talking about it. They're fucking doing it, right? I want you, if you have the workbook, we're going to go to page 5. If you don't have the workbook, stay with me because I'm about to share it on a slide with you. We're going to recap. And when I talk about recapping, all I'm really interested in is January 2024. If you don't have the habit of looking back at anything, by the way, I say this a lot. I'm like, you need to be Sherlock Holmes in your life. Some shit happened that you're not happy with. Okay, now that it's over and your emotion is gone, what happened? How did you behave? How were you responsible? Who were you being? What actually went on? That relationship wasn't good. Okay, what happened? Oh, you got into a fight with your mom. What happened? Oh, that client said no. Okay, you didn't make the sale. What happened? Makes sense. Like, I want to give you this gift of reflection. I think it's a very important thing to get into and to do, not in the moment, because emotions are high. And when emotions are high, intelligence is low. When you're angry or frustrated or crying or like, you make no fucking sense. Anybody here said some shit they didn't mean to say when you were angry? Any Latinos in here? I know you do. I know a lot of people, right? Like every culture. But when you're angry or when you're upset or when you're high emotion, your brain's actually off. You're in fight or flight. You say stupid shit that you don't mean. You're not thinking logically because that part of your brain, that prefrontal cortex, is not on. It's went to sleep. Make sense? So recapping after lets you look back and go, oh, hindsight. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have yelled at my kid. Shit, I'm hungry. Oh, I'm grumpy. I need some support. I'm feeling burnt out. Makes sense? So I want you to get used to recapping and looking back. This is a tool for you for life, not just for the end of the year or the beginning of the year. So biggest lesson in 2023. And by biggest lesson, I want to share with you what fucking sucked. Like legit, what was shit that you learned? Like, damn, that was hard. That was shit. That sucked. But I learned XYZ. So that's how I want to reframe this. We're looking at the biggest lesson, which usually most people, you're not most people. Most people go, oh, that fucking sucked. They complain. And that was a bad thing, air quotes. I'm like, what did you learn from that fucked up, horrible thing? And we all get lessons. So I want you to think about if 2023 was a school, if you were at school, what were they teaching you? What was the lesson plan? What was 2023 trying to teach you? Let me see if I can get you. I'm still discovering who I am and I'm capable of. Need better, stronger boundaries, says Charlene. That I can do it, go for the job, and I'm worthy of it. Listen to your intuition, says Shelly. Yep. Stop taking your body for granted, says Beck. Self-love. And give me some more, like, what do you mean self-love? Like deeper. Makes sense? Like, you know what? I didn't love myself because I ate shit and then I got a fatty liver and I felt like shit and I had no energy. That's specific. Makes sense? If I could gift you anything on this call and in your life, the specificity matters. We're too fucking zoomed out general. We need to get detailed. Now, I want to talk about sacrifice. And if you want to take your phone and take a screenshot of this, I think it's very important, this message here, because this is the reality. And it's so hard. I just want to acknowledge how hard this is. I just want to acknowledge that this is really fucking hard. To choose your future self that you can't see right now, the future Blythe, the future Jane, the future Tanya, the future Sarah, the future Amy, you can't see her right now, but to choose her over the current comfortable, safe shit that you know right now, it is so hard. It goes against our evolution. Like, imagine you're out of the cave. You know, and you're like, fuck that. The cave is safe. There's some fucking lions out there. And I'm like, yeah, but imagine yourself on a tree eating berries. You're like, nope, right? Like it literally goes against our brain to imagine the future self. But if you don't prioritize long-term, sisterhood ladies, we did the 10-year plan. Do you remember last year? We did a 10-year plan in our program. And I had never planned 10 years. I want you to think 25 years. If you're young, you're like, fuck that. I want to have a good life now. I don't worry about 25 years. It's going to come for you, baby. And those that plan ahead are intentional with their daily living. So it's about prioritizing the long-term vision over this comfort, over sleeping in, over eating comfort food, over partying with your friends. Long-term. It's where the South Coast move was mapped out. Amazing, Amy. Okay, 10-year plan. You know what I'm saying? So sacrifice is important. And if I'm honest, this is where we don't, as what I see as a coach, as someone who does this work, this is where the magic happens. And most of us don't do this. We map out our goals. And I don't know about you, but I've done this. And we think like, I've got all these massive goals. And we don't think about what it's going to take to get there. Does anybody here, and I'm going to go to the screen, I want to see, does anybody here have a fitness goal or a weight loss goal or a health goal? And it could be health. It doesn't need to be weight loss, right? What up, Laura? Nice to see your face, right? Like, anybody have a goal like that? Yeah. What's up, D? Right? We got that goal. Carla, what's up? Right? We got a goal about like fitness or health or wellness internally. Yeah. And maybe we haven't thought about the people that we like and we look up to. Like, I love J-Lo's body. Like, she's 50. She looks great. But her body, that's her. She has to get up at 5 a.m. and do those squats and do those crunches. Nobody can train for her. Does that make sense? So there are sacrifices that that person that I look up to is making that I can't see on Instagram. Anybody know what I'm talking about? We don't see on Instagram or on fucking TikTok what these people are sacrificing. They also don't go, oh, Shelly, let me consider your life. Because maybe Shelly's got shit in her life that she's got to worry about that this person you're looking up to doesn't. So it's easy to compare without knowing what other people got going on and not to consider your own life, your children, your work, your business, your limitations. And so if we don't think about the sacrifices we need to make, it becomes a pipe dream. Anybody know what a pipe dream is? What up, Alicia? Right? It becomes I'm going to be doing TED Talks. I'm going to be on stage with Tony Robbins. I'm going to be on Oprah's couch. I'm going to make $1 billion. And then that shit doesn't happen. We can't even make 100,000. I don't want that pipe dream for you. Cool? So here's the question. And I'm sorry, but this is going to be a little hard hitting. Be honest with yourself. What were you not willing to sacrifice in 2023 to achieve the goal that you had? Think about the big goal that you wanted. Think about the life or the outcome that you wanted in 2023. And this is not for you to blame yourself. Can we just say that? We're not trying to shame ourselves. But as a coach that's like tough love and nurture, I do both. We cry and we bitch slap in the program. We need to get honest. And if we don't go back and become Sherlock Holmes, what's the evidence? We have to look at the evidence, because if we don't, we'll just do the same shit in a new year. Make sense? So have a think about, what were you not willing to sacrifice in 2023 to achieve whatever goal you wanted? So let's say you had a goal of money or a goal of health or a goal of travel. What didn't you sacrifice? An example of this is, I wanted to save $20,000, but instead I kind of went out with my friends and I shopped and I partied and I went out and I spent money. I just spent money on life and enjoying my eating out with my friends and going to $70 breakfasts. Is that a word? Breakfast, right? Like maybe that's what you did. Instead of, I wasn't willing to leave my kids and build my business. I left my kids when I started my business. I sacrificed being present for my children to kill my business in the beginning. Of course I did. And it's not I'm proud of it or not. It was what I needed to do to build my business. There's no way I could be the fucking fantastic mother, 24/7 present, watching Bluey, making green fucking smoothies, clean organic food, clean house, sucking my husband's dick, living my best life, having an amazing relationship, and then also having a fucking killer business. Something needed to drop and I had to sacrifice that. Does that make sense? Now you could judge and say you should have been present with your kids. I'm present now because I have money to be present now. That was my goal. So there are sacrifices we're not willing to make. I'm not willing to disappoint my family. I'm not willing to be the black sheep. I'm not willing to say no to my mom. And I showed up to Christmas, even though I didn't want to fucking be there. We didn't baptize our kids, right? Like, we have spiritual beliefs. We don't believe what my in-laws believe. We didn't baptize our kids. What sacrifice did that mean? We got the talk from Hamish's dad, but I was not about to tell my kids I baptized you so grandma and grandpa were happy. Because what am I teaching my kids? Fuck that. So that was a sacrifice. I didn't have a wedding, you guys. I didn't get married. This is a ring that Hamish bought when he was 11 in Sri Lanka. It's a beautiful ring. I love it. But it wasn't the Tiffany's ring I thought that I wanted when I was 18. He said, I only have $8,000. I'm like, I need this retreat. I need to go to a retreat that's going to cost $8,000 so I can heal my life. We didn't have a wedding. I'm so happy we didn't spend fucking however much ridiculous amount of money to invite motherfuckers that I don't like anyway to a wedding. Thank God that we didn't do that. But many of us do shit because we think we have to do it and we have no choice. And I'm calling bullshit. You're choosing, baby. Actively or inactively. Okay, my love. Hopefully you got a little sneak peek of our incredible workshop. There was so much that we covered. The next section is all about the goals, and we set goals for 2024. I coached live in the workshop and just made sure that whatever goals people were dropping into the chat box, and some of the ladies got on camera with me, it was a legit goal that they were looking to create. And we talked about the sacrifices and the changes that need to be made. So if you want to watch this in its entirety and get the free 2024 Goals and Intentions workbook, just head to the link in the show notes and you can get it, or go to my Instagram, DM me the word workshop, and I'll send it to you. I am so excited for you to watch this. And if you join me live, thank you for being there with me. It was a beautiful Sunday morning. If you didn't join me live, if you didn't know we were doing this, don't sweat it, because literally the workshop takes you through the workbook step by step. It's an amazing masterclass. It's definitely a way to demand more in 2024. I love you, and I will see you next week, hopefully with a better voice. Take care. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you could listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.